India-Canada showdown continues to escalate. India Today is the only Indian channel on ground zero in Surrey. Our team reached the Dashmesh Darbar Gurdwara, which is just another spot where posters of Khalistani separatists, including Bhindrewale and others, holding guns have been displayed on the walls. But also Khalistan referendum posters have been put outside this Gurdwara. Earlier, we only not just found pro-Khalistan posters and flags outside Guru Nanak Dev Gurdwara where Nijjar was killed, but also saw posters targeting Indian diplomats that have still not been removed, in spite of the Canadian government's order.
On the very other side of the Gurdwara gates, a poster very clearly calling for the assassination of Indian diplomats still very much outside the Gurdwara. While they may have removed a couple of the posters, the rest very clearly still exist. The Canadian law is very clear that while you can protest, while you can ask for a referendum, calling for violence or incitement of hatred against a particular group of people, an identified group of people, is not allowed under Canadian law. The Indian media and the Indian government, as well as the Canadian government, must ask, why are these posters calling for assassination of Indian diplomats still up in the Gurdwara at Surrey, right here behind me? Aneesha, Mathur bringing you the reports from the ground from Surrey, BC for India Today.
हम दशमेश गुरुद्वारे पहुंच गए हैं, जो कि सरी में ही एक दूसरा बहुत बड़ा गुरुद्वारा है। और यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं बाहर से ही खालिस्तान के पोस्टर्स नजर आ रहे हैं। जरनैल सिंह भिंद्रावाले का पोस्टर यहाँ पर है, अमरीक सिंह का पोस्टर यहाँ पर है, और जो खालिस्तान रेफरेंडम जो हुआ था उसका भी पोस्टर यहाँ पर लगा हुआ है। और आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं ये दशमेश साहब गुरुद्वारा है, जहाँ पर सभी जो खालिस्तानी जिनको टेररिस्ट घोषित किया है भारत ने, उनके पोस्टर लगे हुए हैं। और साथ साथ में बंदूक हाथ में लिए हुए लोगों के पोस्टर यहाँ पर दशमेश साहब गुरुद्वारे पे लगे हुए हैं।
Well, you're the only Indian journalist in Surrey, is what Aneesha is with us. In fact, what, Aneesha, have you picked up in your days there? We've seen you in your reports that anti-India posters that were supposed to be banned and removed from the Gurdwaras are still displayed. How is the Canadian government handling all of this?
Well, we are seeing some of the anti-India posters, banners, etc. still being displayed. But what we are picking up from the people in Surrey, as well as our contacts in the Indian government and the Canadian authorities, is that what we are seeing currently is actually just the tip of the iceberg. A number of the posters have actually already been removed. Even then, we are seeing a giant poster outside the Guru Nanak Gurdwara in Surrey. We're also seeing very clearly that people in the area, in Surrey, in Vancouver, in across the continent, even in Brampton, in Toronto and the GTA area, people are saying that the Canadian government has not handled this properly, that the local authorities should have intervened, that the Canadian MPs, etc., should have spoken out. And the question that is being asked right now, with the diplomatic ties on a very, very low level, is that how exactly is this going to work out now? At the same time, people saying that the fact that the visas have been stopped is a strong message coming from India, but what it is doing is affecting the Canadian Indian people.
You know, Aneesha, the External Affairs Minister has again accused Canada of harboring, secessionists and extremists. In your interactions there, what have you really picked up from the people? What are the locals there saying?
The External Affairs Minister, of course, has once again accused Canada of harboring secessionists and terrorists. And very clearly, if you look at the posters that are up, just today I saw in a Gurdwara at Surrey a giant billboard calling for secession of Punjab from India. And what the people here have been telling us continually is that the kind of demands, the kind of brazen space that these people are now taking is because they have not been stopped adequately. What is important to also note is that again and again everyone is telling us that not too many people are actually supporting them, but enough people are scared of them. We've been taking a round of the gurdwaras and temples, as speaking to the MPs, ex-MPs, etc., across people across the spectrum here in Canada, and what we've been told really is that even the moderate Sikhs are worried and scared of speaking out against these extremists. So the question really is, and that is something that all of them are asking, even on and off camera, why hasn't the government taken a tough stand against them? Most people blame the politics of the vote bank, because Trudeau's Liberal Party right now is dependent on the NDP, and several leaders of the NDP, of the Liberals, even the Conservative Party. There are a lot of MPs right now, a lot of political capital is owned by the Sikh factions, so many of them who are supporting the extremist agenda in Canada. Because clearly the people are worried about the stance that the politicians and the authorities really are taking here.